My friend, what's up? This is Jesse Listens Fields. We are here, another episode of Healthy, Loving Relationship. Now, how do you make sure that you do not lose yourself in your relationship with your man? That's what we're talking about today. But before we do, you know the routine by now. Make sure you like this video. You want to subscribe. You definitely want to hit that notification bell so you can be notified of all of our videos the moment they come out. And comment below, right? So how do you make sure that you do not lose yourself in your relationship with your man, right? It ain't easy, right? Because I'm certain you got a whole lot going on for yourself. And this is the interesting thing. When I speak to most women and I ask them, who are you? They're quick to talk about their job. They're quick to talk about their role as a mother, right? They're quick to talk about their service to their community. But oftentimes they struggle in terms of knowing who they are, right? So the first thing you're going to have to really hone in on is practicing self-awareness. So what is self-awareness? Self-awareness essentially is you looking inside yourself, right? When you're looking at your thoughts, your actions, your feelings, and making sure that aligns up with your standards and your values, right? So the first thing is with self-awareness is practicing self-awareness, right? Because it gets easier the more you look at yourself. So you got to practice self-awareness. And there's many different ways that you can go about doing that. But it's very important that you make it your business to check in with yourself, right? And I'm going to share with you a simple tool that you can use to start checking in with yourself. Yeah, you remember this composition notebook, this thing that we used when we were in grade school? Yeah, this is so powerful, right? Because you have to get down to the business of writing down who you are and how you feel about yourself. And I strongly recommend you want to strike while the iron's hot. You want to do it at the very beginning of your day, right? I've read somewhere that many people call it the golden hour, but you gotta set aside, carve out some time in the day for yourself. And you don't have to go hours and hours with this. You can do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but you need to practice looking in and checking in on yourself, right? So, journal, for example, right? And I got some journal questions for you I think will really be helpful for you, right? Just to kind of get things started. So, you can ask yourself, what makes you happy? Like really, what makes you happy? You can ask yourself, what direction is your life headed right now? I mean, are you going forwards or are you going backwards, right? Or are you parked, right? Where are you? Where is your life headed? How are you today? Right? And not a simple yes and no answer, but the questions you have to ask must be deep questions, right? Because the better questions you ask of yourself, the better answers you will get, right? So what soft whisper have you been ignoring? And we all have them, right? We're so focused and fixated in doing, right, that we ignore those thoughts we have, right? What is that soft whisper that you've been saying to yourself that you've been ignoring, right? What can you put down or say no to, right? So often we're so focused on doing and being able to achieve and accomplish. Most times, not all of that stuff we have to do. So what can you actually put down or say no to? Because this is the thing when it comes to self-awareness, especially when you're dealing with things and your man and your husband, right? we find ourselves not being congruent when we are saying yes with our mouth, but we have a no in our heart, right? So if you really want to know if you are operating in alignment, right, and what you're doing, you trust with what you're doing, you have to ask yourself, and it boils down to, am I saying yes to things when really I have a no in my heart, right? And if you find that is the case, you are not operating in alignment with who you are. And I trust that you understand that it's not going to work out well for you. So if you are connecting with your man, or if you're dealing with your husband and you find yourself saying yes to him, but really you have a no in your heart, it's not going to work out well, right? So it's not about simply pleasing him. You have to be able to please yourself in everything that you do and make sure you feel good as you are doing them, right? Because if he's a good man, if he's a healthy man, which I would hope you have on your hands a healthy man and a healthy husband, or else you wouldn't be with him. I would imagine, even if you say no to him, but you feel a yes in your heart, he ain't gonna, perhaps not gonna be excited about it. But so what? He's gonna appreciate you for it because you're being honest, you're being truthful, and you're being genuine, right? So to boil it down, how do you make sure you don't lose yourself in the relationship with your man? One, you have to make sure you practice self-awareness, right? Every single day. This is a non-negotiable, right? Because if you don't do it at the beginning of the day and do it towards the end of the day when all the business is taken care of, you done took care of the kids, if you don't carve out time to practice self-awareness, it's not going to happen. And make sure you practice asking better questions. Ask better questions of yourself. Ask better questions of what you're doing in your daily life. And ask better questions of your relationship. So I hope you hear where I'm coming from. This is not something you can skip over, right? Stop focused on your doing, right? But start to hone in more in on your being. If you do this, if you practice self-awareness, you ask better questions, I'm telling you, you're going to be more sure of yourself, and you're going to show up more powerful in your relationship with your man. So if you hear what I'm saying, like I said, comment, subscribe, definitely want to hit that notification bell. But I wish you, at the end of the day in your relationship, that you move forward with a clear head and a full heart. Until next time, you jump on to healthylovingrelationship.com, because it's there I will show you a number of things. Firstly, how to stop being taken for granted, right? I will show you the mistakes that you've been making in your relationship with your man. So jump on healthylovingrelationship.com, check it out, right? But until next time, you take absolutely incredible good care of yourself. Until next time, peace.